Hello, welcome back to Flurry Sports, and finally, College Football 25 comes out next week. The long wait is almost over, and everyone's getting excited. It's obviously dominating at least the college football and the video game headlines. Everyone is excited to finally play the new Dynasty, myself included. We talked about it on stream before. We personally are doing a 4-player Dynasty, and people are, looking all over the internet for the best ways to play Dynasty, the best schools to choose, best strategies, yada yada. And right here, we're going to go over 5 tips for you to have the most fun playing Dynasty. I think there's certain things that you can do to make it more fun. Obviously, my opinion, and obviously we're trimming it to only 5, so certainly let me know in the comments below anything you think I may have missed, anything you are going to try out that you think is going to be fun. And if you think I'm dead wrong about something, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Let me know about it in the comments as well. But let's just jump straight into it with number 1. If it's available for you, play with your friends. And I'm not here to friend shame, so if you're looking for people to play with, comment below what platform you are playing College Football 25 on, and maybe say the school or the conference you're hoping to play with. But playing this game with other people is going to make Dynasty so much better. Yes, the on-field stuff playing against another player is fun, but it's the off-field aspects of Dynasty that are even better. You're going to be competing for recruits. You may be competing for the same jobs. And what's better than chirping other players in your Dynasty about the recruit that they lost? You'll be able to look at the national news, see what's happening to them, good and bad. And hell, if you're competing for one of those top recruits with them, maybe you bring that player in for an official visit when you're actually playing them. It's going to be so much fun. It increases the overall difficulty, and much like other fantasy leagues, like fantasy football leagues where you're smack talking and stuff like that, the game and the fun continue when you're not online as well. If you're still in school, imagine walking down the hallway and reminding your friend that you got that top recruit over them. Or maybe you're playing them for their homecoming week and you're just trying to get in their head any way you can. Definitely make sure you have at least one College Football Dynasty with some buddies. Trust me. Number 2, start your Dynasty as a coordinator. A lot of people in these videos talking about it talk about how it's fun to take a low or mid-level program and make them dominant. And that's because College Football 25 Dynasty mode truly is about the journey and not necessarily about winning the first 12-team playoff. So, with that in mind, start off as a coordinator and work your way up. I talked about it on stream earlier in the week, planning our 4-player Dynasty, how I thought this is the way to go. You can start off as a coordinator for a notable school, so you get to have the fun of playing with a school that has good talent this year, and do well enough to earn yourself some job offers. This also increases the chances that you take that first head coaching job at bumfuck university or some low-level school before earning your way to your quote-unquote dream job. It'll be interesting to see how EA actually develops these job offers. With the way that they have been talking, it seems like you're going to be more likely to get job offers from schools that are in that same pipeline, like that same recruiting pipeline. So, for example, I think I'm going to be the OC for BYU this first season. We're going to be earthquaking in the Big 12, soaking in the end zone, earning me some good job offers. And so that's possibly going to be Utah, like the Utah head coach maybe, if he moves on, or maybe a Boise State or something like that. Of course, maybe EA is all talk. Maybe they haven't developed it maybe as well as we are all hoping. So who knows? Maybe the job offers will be from all over. Maybe we're too good. Maybe I take these fighting Mormons that were too damn good, and I get every job offer possible. I hope it's pretty selective, to be honest. I hope it's not, I put up 70 points a game and everybody's willing to fire their head coach for me. That's not very fun. But I do think starting as a coordinator, making yourself work your way up, it just adds to the overall story that you are creating for your college football dynasty. And that's why I think you should do it. This next one may be controversial, but number 3 is using coach suggested plays for the other side of the ball. So this goes back to the whole coordinator thing, but it adds to the overall realness and most likely the difficulty. So for example, if I'm the offensive coordinator at BYU, and I'm controlling the defense as well, I'm going to use the coach suggested plays for defense since I wouldn't be the one calling the defense, you know? And you may not like the coach suggested plays, but guess what? I've never been on a staff or a part of a team where the defensive coordinator didn't ask what the hell that offensive play call was and vice versa. Now, maybe you have the chance to simulate the other side of the ball, which would be great, definitely. But if you're playing against a real person, you may not have that option. And maybe if you want to go all in on this philosophy, you start out as an offensive coordinator. Maybe you don't call defensive plays once you get that head coaching job, much like an Andy Reid or a Kyle Shanahan. Of course, this will not be for everybody, but I do think it adds to the immersiveness. I think it also may actually help players play to their ratings instead of you just spamming a play call that's a bit cheesy. So it makes that recruiting, player development, etc., a little bit more important. I think this is a fun idea. Before we get to number 4, I have a little bit of self-promotion here. It won't take long, but every single weekday here on the Flurry Sports YouTube channel, we have a daily sports trivia video. So definitely subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified, and tune in to the daily sports trivia every single weekday. It's 2 minutes, 5 questions. Test your sports knowledge, maybe learn some sports knowledge, and hell, maybe put some money on the line with your friends and see who can get the most questions right in a week or something like that. Keep track of how many questions you get right. Definitely comment in the video, under the video, to the side of the video, wherever YouTube's putting your comments. Let us know what questions you got right. If you want to suggest questions, we will definitely shout you out in the video. So go check it out. We already have a few weeks worth, so there's a whole playlist. Go ahead, learn some stuff. And now let's get to number 4, which is for the college football diehards, which I assume you are since you're watching this video. So number 4, use a spreadsheet and keep track of everything and be an absolute freak about this. Let me explain. Okay, so this is a spreadsheet that I have here that you can use to track yourself, like your coaching stuff, your coaching record, and your player progression year to year. It's also a good way to see like the weak points on your team, but it's also to see how you grow as a coach, to see your record against everything. We'll go through it here. Obviously, first off, I guess I will be linking this in the description, and it'll be locked, but you can just come and go file, make a copy, and then you'll save this as a copy, and this will be something you can completely edit. First thing I would do is I'd download it, change the colors on here if this isn't your team colors, add your logo to here and a few other places, and I'll address, let's just go through and then I'll address some of the stuff. But right here we got recruiting, so you're going to be putting the player, town, position, yada yada yada, star grade, year, everything that in here. Obviously change the color, change the logo for what you want. If you have more players, and hopefully you do, just right click or whatever you are on, insert more rows, and look at that. It'll just continue to, it'll bring that color down there for you. I have 2025, 2026 right here. Player stats. I have just the 2024 season. When you're done with this upcoming season, what I would do is I would probably completely duplicate the tab. I don't think I would copy, and it'll bring the formulas over there for you as well. And then I'd probably like compress this tab or something just so it's not in the way. But yeah, you have your player stats here for 2024. You'll see these errors along the spreadsheet all over, and that just means I put a formula in here for you. So if your running back ran for 888 yards on let's say 123 carries, what a year, it'll automatically update the yards per carry for you, and you can change the decimals how many you want there. But we got formulas for that. We got formulas for receiving, obviously down here, kick return, stuff like that. So that'll just save you some math that you won't have to do. You're welcome. You got player stats, you got coaching stats, you know, showcase your resume a little bit, see where you rank in the year, whether it be with the rest of the country, whether it be with just your friends in the dynasty with you. And if you want to go completely extreme, I mean, have everybody do these spreadsheets and then have a little bit of an award show or something like that at the end of the year. You can have coach of the year, you can have a defensive coach of the year, whatever it may be. I have coach stats here. Once again, if you have 3 total wins, you have 4 total losses, you got your win percentage, total wins, home wins, away wins, conference wins, top 25, and bowl wins. I have it just for head coaching stats here. So if you do start as a coordinator, you may be waiting until year 2 or beyond to fill out this one. But we got standout performers for your team. You got versus record versus all of the schools in the game. And I believe I have all of the conferences correct. I mean, we got Oregon and the Big Ten and stuff like that. No formulas on this one, just because I didn't want it to look ugly with a ton of errors. But if you have any questions about anything in the spreadsheet, how to create formulas, how to do anything truly, just comment below. I'll try to be watching this video pretty closely and answer any questions that you guys have. But yeah, then we also got MVPs. We got drafted players that you can keep track of. You have your coaching history and your staff history. Again, just nice to see how it progresses, how everything progresses, maybe weak points on your team by looking at player stats and stuff like that, or team stats, obviously, season stats. But yeah, this is for the freaks. These are for the people who want to get really detailed with it. This is not for everybody. But again, if you have everybody in your league doing this and you do want to have a little bit of an award show afterwards, that's kind of fun too. But yeah, there are a million videos telling you what school to choose, what strategies to take with your college football 25 dynasty. And yes, I understand this is one of those videos. However, for my final tip, I'm telling you to default to fun. And I feel like getting lost in all of these strategy videos is that this is a game. This should be about having a good time. So this includes a lot of things, but most of all, you need to choose a school that you want to succeed. I'm a Wisconsin Badger fan, so I'm not going to be choosing Ohio State. I will never go to Ohio State because I don't want to bring them joy. Hell, I might do an anti-dynasty where I just tank their program. Maybe that's an option, but you should choose a school or a plan, or just plan a possible path where you will enjoy building up that school and team. Also, take into account everything else. Who has the freshest uniforms? What are some fun traditions? How does the stadium look? Is there cool stuff to do in the city? Absolutely everything. Don't make it a pain to clock in and log a couple of hours. Represent that school and establish your program. If you do, you will have a good time and truly experience the magic that College Football 25 Dynasty Mode is hoping to provide. So, what do you think of these 5 tips? What do you think I missed? Let me know in the comments. And if you are looking for others to do an online dynasty with, seriously put that in the comments as well. Let's make this the best possible experience. And also, let me know what type of college football content you want to see from us here at Flurry Sports. You'll hear more from me very soon. I'm out.